Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jump, and today I'll be reviewing Persona 4 the animation, which was released back in 2012 and is an adaptation of the Persona 4 game. And it basically, the anime kind of follows the main story of Persona 4, that being the main character along with his friends have to solve this murder mystery while using personas and basically saving people from the TV world. And yeah, that's basically the main plot summarized, I would say, of both the game and the show. And yeah, I would say this is quite a nice adaptation of the game, because I do enjoy I think because like the anime, I think it has a lot of really nice moments, and I do enjoy how each of the characters interact with each other in this game, or not in the game, in the show, and I think it does a better job of it than in the game. Well, I've only played because I played Golden, and that's basically the same. It's because like even though Golden is a remastered version of Persona 4, it still follows a lot of the same story elements. But I do enjoy that how. But if you either play the game or watch the anime, you're pretty much getting the same experience. But I feel like they feel different in the sense that with Persona 4 the game, you'll just be in control of Yuna Okami, the main character, whereas with the anime you'll be watching him with his friends and uh, um, watching him with his friends finding the murderer of Inaba and just using personas and stuff like that. And I would say that I think this is like probably one of the funnier animes that I've seen, because it's got a lot of that charm to it and that comedic moments, especially from Yuna Okami, because he's made to more be sort of blunt, but not too blunt, and you can see that with his with some of the things that he says. For instance, in the beginning of the anime, when Chie, and Yosuke go to speak with Teddy, and he puts his hand in to the TV, which gets bitten. Chie asks if he's okay, and he says, "I might be dying," which he doesn't, because which doesn't happen, because like it's more of like a comedic joke sort of thing, and that's kind of like shows more of his bluntness and sort of like just not it's kind of more to show that he's blunt. And another moment that I do quite like is when both him and Yosuke during the camping trip are pushed off the cliff into the water by Chie and Yukiko, and with Yosuke he's kind of like shouting or screaming, I think, and with now Kami, he's just got a blank stare where while he's falling down, and that's like, again, the comedy just kind of like, it's, you can see a lot of it in the show. And I think also it hits. I think a lot of the more emotional moments are great as well. For example, whenever the shadow selves are accepted by your party members, I think those are some of them some really nice emotional moments, as well as towards the end of the show, where if you played the game or with the show, you'll know that about Nanako, about her near death experience, because she was in the TV world for too long. And yeah, that really, I think, pulls on the emotion of the scene, because depending on which version you've might have experiences with, either the game or the anime, you've had some time to get to know these characters, or get to know what they like, what they dislike, that kind of thing. And especially with Nanako, if you've played the game again, play the game or watch the anime, you'll feel that emotion, because you've got to experience her through the game, whether that's a social link or just watch the anime, and whenever she's interacting with Naokami. And that, again, it hits really well because of how much we've gotten to know her. And when it came to watching this, I mainly watched it in the dub. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people who's probably going to be watching this saying that, who's going to be like probably angry about that, because I prefer, because when it comes to anime, I kind of prefer to watch it in the dub, because that I just prefer it, and I think it just helps to, like, when I'm watching, like, some action scenes and stuff like that. And I think it's, for me personally, better in the dub, so I'm not just, when it's coming to an action scene and some people are talking, it just helps. I mean, it just helps. I think it's, for me, better just to watch what's happening, instead of just having to look down at the subtitles and just looking back at the main action again. And yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of people who are probably going to be angry at that, because there's this whole war with subs and dubs and which one's better and stuff like that. But I just mainly watch it in the dub, and I think, again, there's going to be people who's going to be angry with this. I feel like the dub is probably better, in my opinion. I have heard in some of the dub, in some of the subs, well, some clips of it, but I feel like the dub makes it, the dub of the show makes it better, because I think that's where a lot of the comedy comes down to. Again, because, like, I think the English voice actor for You Now Kami, Johnny Young Bosch, I think that's how you say his last name. I think he does a really great job as Now Kami, and I think he delivers a lot of his lines really well. And yeah, I would say overall that the Persona 4 anime is an enjoyable watch. I think if one watches this legally, you have to try and find copies of the anime from eBay or something. That's probably the only thing I can think of that comes to mind if you want to watch the show legally. Because I managed to find my copies of the anime when I was on a stall, and there's like anime stall on when I went to Comic-Con a few years ago with a friend, and that's how I was able to watch the anime. I just managed to find the complete set. And so yeah, I would say overall the Persona 4 anime is enjoyable. I think it does a nice job of adapting the game, doing a lot of the confidants, the main plot itself, and I really do enjoy all of the character interactions that do happen within the show. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.